This is like one of the scariest dreams I've ever had.
Okay.
And I literally woke up in the middle of the day and I was like freaked out in my house. But I was like in this building, like there's two skyscrapers, like really tall. And I was just in this room in the building and there's a window like the size of the wall and it was all broken out. And I was sitting like next to the wall like here with my legs and they were broken. And like through the window at the skyscraper, like next to me, there's a lady in a white dress and she had black hair. And she was just standing like she was gonna like kill herself, but she ended up jumping like out of the window, like purposefully landing on me, and she killed me like when she jumped. I know that sounds really weird, but I couldn't, even though I knew she was gonna jump onto me, I couldn't move because my legs were broken. But she killed herself and killed me at the same time.
Got it. So we're obviously in a theme.
Oh my gosh.
So remember that life is a series of changes and transformations. That's just how life works. We change and grow in some magnificent ways. And the age that you guys are at, it's sort of one of the first times life is where the change and the transformation is really dramatic, right? So death and of any kind is a symbol of shift and change and growth. One of the things that interests me about this dream is the evidence that something has already happened. In other words, the curtain rises on your dream, and already we're like, holy shit, what just happened? My legs are broken, the window's broken, like, it's a mess. So what that tells me is that the dream is about the aftermath to some really big chaos. Do you see how we know that? Like, we know that it's already happened. So the dream is telling us, what's your name?
Lyric.
Lyric?
Yeah,
Lyric, like as in the words in a song?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that when Lyric has either had this dream or when he's having this dream, that he's dreaming probably after something dramatic has happened in his life that has left him feeling immobile, stopped in your tracks. Like the window has been blown out. That's like, wow, that was big. And then there's this quality of making sure that you grow from it. Like, if there's 3 acts in a play, the dream is, in this case, is the second act, where your legs are broken, the window's broken out, and the lady in white jumps on you and kills you. The first act is whatever the hell happened that blew out the window and broke his legs. The third act that hasn't yet happened is you rise up from this death changed and transformed. So this quality of this woman, I mean, she sounds, the way you describe it, like a kind of spirit guide.
No, she looks like the girl from The Ring. Like she was wearing
My
all
mistake.
white. She was evil. Like
She was evil.
She didn't look good.
She didn't. Okay. So, first of all, you cannot extract out of our life experience the images we see, the movies we watch, the television that we're exposed to, the media that influences us. So, she looks like the girl in The Ring, and what is The Ring about? The Ring is about the presence of evil, and that if you connect to something, if you watch something on TV, you're going to die, or something like that. I mean, I don't know if that The Ring is literally. That's like what happens, though, if you actually watch the Kardashians. But but you see, it's like borrowing from imagery that's in your media zeitgeist, but the story is just when big things happen in my life and I feel overwhelmed by them, it's like I die a little death. And you're borrowing the image of the girl from The Ring because that's one that you're familiar with that represents evil. And, you know, when things change and people do shit that we don't like, and our hearts get broken, and that feels like facing evil, doesn't it? It's not literal evil, but it feels awful, and we change as a result. That's a little bit like dying and being reborn, ready to do it all over again. Yes? And then you, and then over here.
Okay.
And then over there, and then over there. If I can even remember that. Yes.
Okay. I always have these like weird dreams where I'm going up like elevators and